Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing just, your everyday neutral eye look. It was requested that I throw like a splash of neutral eyeshadow looks into, my YouTube channel and everything, which I totally understand because not everyone wants to do colorful looks. So I will definitely like throw in some, neutral looks here and there. Some that will be like more simple, some that will be more detailed in a sense of like cut creases and stuff, but still like neutral wearable tones. So yeah, I'm excited. Today I wanted to do kind of like a neutral smoky eye. Smoky like on the outer end here, but very light in the front. Also know that whatever you wear, it doesn't have to be as intense as what I do. Like you can always stop at whatever point is comfortable for you, because I like to go, a little bit more dramatic than most people, I feel. So keep that in mind. But today I'm going to be using the Catrice Cosmetics Hint of Mint Slim Eyeshadow Palette. Now this does have mint eyeshadows in here, like green, those like minty greens. I'm not going to be using those in this tutorial because I was requested to do a neutral look, but I wanted to try out this palette because I've never tried out Catrice Cosmetics and they sent me this palette, so I'm like, let's try it for this neutral look, For the first eyeshadow that I'm going to use, I'm going to grab this color called Whisper, and I'm going to take Whisper on a Morphe M514 brush. Now when it comes to neutral eyeshadows, I normally just do my concealer. I don't really grab my Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer because it's a neutral look. It's easy to blend out. I don't really need something so bright on my eye, so I just use my concealer color, which works fine for me. Obviously, if you are a deeper skin tone, you might want to go a little bit brighter. It really just all depends on what you're using and what you're going to do to your eye, really. But today I have my Benefit boi-ing Cakeless Concealer in the color number 6.5 on my eye, which is also what I use on my face. And also I have my base done already, if you guys have not noticed, because sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. It really just depends on my mood. But sometimes I will do my base first before my eyeshadow because I'm not going to do anything super detailed or super colorful that will get like messy. So if I do something kind of like smoky or like a look that I'm going to do today or something super simple, I will do my base first because my base is not going to be affected by what I do on my eye. So yes, just wanted to get through that really quick. But anyways, I'm gonna grab that color Whisper with my Morphe M514 brush. I'm just gonna start by placing this color in the center of my lid here, and then I'm gonna start bringing it towards the front, blending in the back, just blending it all out. I'm super interested to see how this Catrice palette will do. I've never tried Catrice Cosmetics before, so I'm really excited. So far so good though. This color is blending out nicely already. That was super easy to blend out. I don't even need to use like a second color to help me blend it out because it already blended out perfectly on its own. I'm sure it helps that I also have my setting powder already placed there, so I'm sure it helps the blending process a little bit more if it wasn't set there. But yeah, that blended out super easy. And now I'm going to apply that same color underneath my eye using the same brush. Next, I'm going to grab this color called Intuition. Using the same brush, I'm going to deepen my eye. I'm going to start kind of in the outer corner of my eye just to see how dark this really is. And looking at it, I'm like, okay, like it's warming up my eye. I think I want to move it to the front still because it's not like, well, to me it's not like crazy dark, so I'm gonna go in the front as well and just blend this out. For some people, this might be like too dark in the front for them. Like this dark brown, it might be too dark. But also keep in mind that I'm going to put my concealer here and do like a soft cut crease. So that is gonna kind of like brighten that area up. Really what this dark brown is for my kind of like my crease right here to be just a little bit more defined, but you'll see like I'm gonna brighten it up a little bit over here with my concealer to do a soft cut crease, and I'm gonna add a light color in the front here that will help brighten it, so it's not gonna look like as dark as you really think it's gonna look. So just keeping that in mind, and yeah, I'm gonna also add this to like near my lash line at the bottom here and blend it out in this little corner as well. But yeah, everything is blending out super duper smoothly. I really like the shadows in this palette so far. And then of course I'm going to add this to the bottom of my eye here as well. Very, very smoky. And now we're gonna get even smokier because I'm gonna grab this color called Poise, which is like an even deeper dark brown, and I'm going to use the same brush to apply it. And for this color Poise, I know, or I'm sure that it's going to be a little bit too dark for the front. Obviously makeup, you can do what you want, but for this particular look, I'm gonna just keep it lighter in the front once we brighten it with concealer, and then keep it a little bit smokier on the outer corner. So I'm going to grab this color Poise, and I'm just going to warm it up in my outer corner here in the crease, blending this into my lash line and also blending it up. And again, I'm going to apply this right underneath, and I'm gonna kind of like stop about halfway, which is where I stopped at the top as well, about halfway. So I'm gonna stop halfway down here as well. I'm going to use a black color. So I don't really have, this palette doesn't have black in it. So I'm gonna actually take the black from this palette called Let It Rain. This is the ColourPop times Rapide Christie at Forest Sight palette. And I'm gonna take black because I always love to deepen like colors and tones. So I'm gonna go in with black as well, and I'm gonna just focus it really on the outer corner of my eye. I'm gonna start by applying it to my lash line here, really close, and then I'm just gonna do circular motions and just bring it in to the crease, the very, very like outer V part. And I'm gonna put it right below here as well, but again, kind of like stopping a little less than halfway, just because I don't want it to go like too far and get too dark. Actually, for the bottom, for the black at least, I'll use this Sigma E55 eye shading brush, just because that fluffy one is just a little bit too like messy, and I really want to focus on where I'm putting it and have a little bit more control. So I'm gonna grab this brush and kind of put it exactly where I want it to be. It's giving very sultry, sexy, and smoky. I just love the vibes so far. So next, we're finally going to brighten up the front here. So of course, I'm going to be using my Benefit boi-ing Cakeless Concealer to do that in the color number 6.5. I'm going to apply that Benefit Concealer using my Real Techniques Domed Shadow Brush. And I'm just going to start by tapping this on my lid. So you guys will see that, because when I apply this, I like to put it right above my crease to make sure that it's seen. So it's like right about here. And doing that, it brightens up the front of my eye and also makes it not look as dark as it did because I'm bringing it higher. So yeah, don't be afraid, don't be afraid. It's all an illusion until you're done kind of putting everything together, because I've even done makeup on clients before and they're just like, oh, like it looks dark, and I'm just like, don't worry, like I'm gonna brighten it. It's a process, like you have to like kind of trust the artist. But yeah, it darkens at first. It's just to put a little splash of that darkness there, but once you put like this little concealer here and your brighter color here in the front, It definitely helps brighten things up. Just like that, super pretty. You can see how much brighter the front looks now with this compared to this side. It still looks very smoky, but this side still looks smoky, but more so on the outer edge of my eye. And now I'm gonna go back in with the Catrice palette, and I'm gonna take this color called Mellow. I'm gonna apply this color Mellow with a Sigma E28 detail buffer brush. And I'm just going to apply this right on top of that concealer just to set it in place, but also to have this color as the inner corner or inner lid or lid color, whatever you want to call it. And next, I'm going to take this color called Dainty, and I'm going to apply that with a Morphe M507 brush. And I'm gonna put this color Dainty in the inner corner. I always like to put like a nice bright matte tone in the inner corner. Last but not least, I'm gonna go back in with that color, the first color, Whisper, and I'm gonna take that on a Morphe M506 brush. And I'm gonna just kind of apply this right here, basically in between this bright tone and the black, because I want there to be like a smooth transition of the two versus just like, you know, light and then really dark. So I'm gonna plop that right in between there, and then also grab the color Intuition after that. Now what I like to do is brighten my waterline with Norvina Cosmetics. This is her chroma stick in the color Apricot. And it's like a nice, you know, cream off-white kind of tone. I feel like the cream just kind of gives a less dramatic effect than a white color will, but still make it pop in your waterline. So I like to use this one. Now I usually would like to do a little bit of liner, so I'll grab the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid liner in black. And honestly, if you want like a softer look, you can do like a brown liner. Brown is going to be a little bit more subtle than a black will. I always like to do brown if I want just a little bit of liner, but not like something as dark as a black. Now I'm going to take that same black eyeshadow that I used earlier, and I'm just going to kind of blend it into the Anastasia liner so it looks seamless and kind of just fades into the eyeshadow. Okay guys, I put on some lashes and mascara. I use the Tati lashes in the style Profile Pick. Really pretty. They're not like crazy, but they're not like too soft either. I feel like they're a decent balance. And I feel like they go with the eye shape very well. So yeah, I really like how this look came out. More neutral looks to come. I will also do a softer neutral look. I think I want to do like a look that I show you guys what I would do like on a job interview or like a first date or something like that, because I feel like, you know, I would do something softer than this obviously for those two events, but I feel like it'll go into like, you know, the neutral theme that I want to start incorporating into my channel. But yeah, for sure, more neutral eye looks to come, guys. I loved this palette. This palette was super easy to work with, no complaints whatsoever, although I have not used every shade. So far, all the shades that I have used, which were, you know, some of the matte shades, were actually really good, really blendable. They didn't give me a hard time at all. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and follow me on my other socials, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!